Have you ever wondered why some of the largest cities in the United States seem to be surprisingly empty and underpopulated? In today's video, we'll talk about the top 10 big American cities that defy the expectation of bustling urban centers and explore the reasons behind their low population densities. To provide some context, let's consider the population dynamics of a few well-known U.S. cities. Los Angeles, with an area of over 500 square miles, is home to approximately 4 million people, resulting in a population density of around 8,000 per square mile. In contrast, New York City, occupying a much smaller geographical area, boasts a staggering population density of over 27,000 people per square mile. So, what factors contribute to these large, yet sparsely populated cities? From economic decline to geographic isolation, the reasons behind their low population density can be quite fascinating. So, let's explore 10 of these big, empty cities. Number 10, Fresno, California. Population 538,330. Population density 4,764 per square mile. Fresno, California, right in the middle of the San Joaquin Valley, has a strong farming history and a mix of different kinds of people. Even though it's the fifth biggest city in California, Fresno faces issues like empty buildings in the city and differences in wealth between different areas. Fresno is really big, covering 115 square miles, and that means there are about 4,700 people for every square mile. For comparison, San Francisco crams in over 18,000 people per square mile. One of the primary reasons Fresno remains relatively empty is its lack of recognition as a major tourist destination. The city has an estimated homeless population of around 3,000 individuals, but it offers a wealth of opportunities and attractions for residents and newcomers alike. The city serves as a gateway to stunning national parks like Yosemite and Sequoia, offering outdoor enthusiasts endless adventures. Additionally, Fresno's central location within California provides easy access to major cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Sacramento. Fresno has experienced a modest population growth of around 7% over the past decade. For those considering a move to Fresno, the city offers an abundance of affordable housing options, with the median home price hovering around $300,000, a fraction of what you'd find in many other California cities. Additionally, the low cost of living means that maintaining a property in Fresno can be significantly more manageable than in more expensive areas. Number 9, Omaha, Nebraska. Population 486,051. Population density 3,708 per square mile. Despite being the largest city in Nebraska, Omaha faces challenges of urban emptiness in certain areas alongside pockets of vibrant communities. The reason is Omaha covers a sprawling 345 square miles. There's about 3,700 people for every square mile. That's similar to Raleigh, but much less crowded than big cities like Chicago or Boston. As you explore Omaha, you'll find residential neighborhoods consisting of single-family homes with yards, separated by vacant lots and fields. Even the compact downtown feels refreshingly uncrowded compared to most central business districts. This spacious layout stems from Omaha's origins as a Native American fur trading settlement surrounded by the vast Great Plains. As waves of settlers arrived, the city continued its tradition of spreading outward. Despite its open layout, you'll find Omaha has great urban amenities from museums and zoos to a lively old market entertainment district. It seamlessly blends cosmopolitan amenities with a laid-back breathing room atmosphere. Omaha has seen a steady population growth of around 8% in the last decade. The city has an estimated homeless population of around 1,400 individuals. While violent crime rates have been decreasing, property crime rates remain relatively high. Number 8, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Population 562,106. Population density 2,975 per square mile. Albuquerque, New Mexico, a true oasis of empty in the desert Southwest. Despite being one of the largest cities in the region with a metro area population over 915,000, Albuquerque maintains a strikingly uncrowded, spread-out vibe. The main reason for this is its huge size, spanning nearly 190 square miles. This creates a population density of about 2,900 people per square mile. making Albuquerque feel open and spacious. Neighborhoods are spread out with desert areas, parks, and arroyos in between. Driving around, you'll notice Albuquerque has relatively few tall buildings outside of its compact downtown area. Most of the city consists of single-family homes and low-rise apartments surrounded by yards and wide roads. This low-density layout is a product of Albuquerque's rapid outward growth in the late 20th century to accommodate population booms. As new subdivisions sprouted up, they maintained the essence of the city's original Spanish village design with open spaces. So while offering amenities befitting a major metro area, Albuquerque lets you experience a Pueblo-style urban lifestyle. You can bask in big city convenience while still enjoying the region's trademark open skies and breathing room. Albuquerque's population has grown by around 4% in the last decade. Number 7. El Paso, Texas. Population 678,915. Population density 2,620 per square mile. With a metro area population of about 700,000, El Paso ranks as one of the largest cities in the entire American Southwest. However, it has an extremely low population density that gives it a wide-open, spacious vibe. Covering a whopping 700 square miles, El Paso only has about 2,600 people per square mile. That's less dense than cities like San Francisco or Washington, D.C. The reason is its huge geographic footprint straddling the Rio Grande and sprawling far into the Chihuahuan Desert. As you drive around El Paso, you'll constantly be flanked by vacant stretches of rugged hills and scrubland separating the city's pockets of residential and commercial development. Even the downtown area has an abundance of empty lots and parking lots amid its cluster of skyscrapers. This expansive layout dates back to El Paso's origins as a compact Spanish settlement surrounded by miles of arid ranch land. As it rapidly grew into a trade and transportation hub, new neighborhoods continued the tradition of spreading far apart. So if you're looking for a legit big city experience without the hassles of overcrowding, El Paso makes for one unique and surprisingly empty urban destination. El Paso has experienced a modest population growth of around 5% over the past decade, while the city has an estimated homeless population of around 1,000 individuals. Number 6. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Population 478,961. Population density 2,469 per square mile. The Springs ranks as one of the biggest cities in Colorado, but you'd never know it from its wide-open, airy vibe. The reason is Colorado Springs covers a sprawling 195 square miles, giving it a population density of just around 2,200 people per square mile. That's remarkably low for such a sizable city in the West. As you drive around the Springs, you'll encounter neighborhoods of single-family homes and strip malls separated by vacant fields, parks, and open space areas. Even the revitalized downtown has a refreshingly uncrowded feel compared to most urban centers. This spread-out layout stems from Colorado Springs' roots as a resort town surrounded by incredible natural scenery like Pikes Peak and the Garden of the Gods. As it rapidly grew into a major metropolitan area, new development continued fanning outward to take advantage of the views. Colorado Springs has experienced a population growth of around 15% over the past decade. Compared to many other popular destinations in Colorado, the median home price in Colorado Springs is around $375,000, a significant discount from the state's average. Coming in at number 5, Tucson, Arizona. Population 542,629. Population density 2,294 per square mile. Tucson, Arizona, an oasis of open space in the Sonoran Desert. Tucson qualifies as one of the major cities, but you'd never know it by just how sparse and uncrowded it feels. The reason is Tucson's massive footprint of 500 square miles, giving it a population density of just 2,300 people per square mile. That's less crowded than cities like Portland, Sacramento, and Tampa. As you explore Tucson, you'll find neighborhoods separated by expansive stretches of desert vegetation, parks, and arroyos. The city center has pockets of tall buildings, but still offers a refreshingly open feel compared to most downtowns. This spacious layout dates back to Tucson's roots as an agricultural village surrounded by miles of arid ranch land. As it rapidly grew into a Sunbelt city, new subdivisions continued fanning outward in a low-density pattern. Despite its open spaces, you'll find Tucson has great amenities like the University of Arizona, a revitalized downtown, and plenty of southwestern culture. From its hiking trails to its craft breweries, it makes for one unique and uncrowded desert urban experience. Tucson has seen a population growth of around 6% in the last decade, while the city has an estimated homeless population of around 1,500 individuals. Number 4. Kansas City, Missouri. Population 508,090. Population density 1,595 per square mile. One reason for Kansas City's emptiness is its history of suburban sprawl, which has led to the depopulation of its urban core. Factors such as economic downturns, demographic shifts, and the decline of manufacturing industries have contributed to vacant buildings and neglected neighborhoods. Driving around, you'll find neighborhoods of single-family homes and yards separating pockets of taller office and apartment buildings. The downtown has a cluster of skyscrapers, but is still bounded by surface parking lots and vacant parcels. The city has an estimated homeless population of around 1,800 individuals. Today, Kansas City combines big city amenities like pro sports, museums, and barbecue with a decidedly unhurried, spread-out pace of living. It makes for a surprisingly open and airy urban environment in America's heartland. Kansas City has seen a steady population growth of around 10% in the last decade, as both violent and property crime rates have been gradually decreasing in recent years. Number 3. Jacksonville, Florida. Population 949,611. Population density 1,130 per square mile. Florida, the largest city by land area in the entire continental United States. Despite its massive size of over 840 square miles, Jacksonville only has around 950,000 residents in its metro area. That extremely low population density of just over 1,100 people per square mile gives Jacksonville an open, vacant vibe rare for such a big city. Sprawling neighborhoods are separated by acres of woods, waterways, and parks. Part of the reason for the abundance of open space is that Jacksonville went on an aggressive annexing spree in the 1960s. It combined with surrounding smaller cities and communities, absorbing their lower population densities. Its decentralized layout, with neighborhoods spread out over a wide area, resulting in pockets of low population density. Additionally, the city grapples with social and economic disparities, leading to neglected communities and abandoned properties. Today, Jacksonville feels more like an interconnected collection of small towns rather than one dense urban center. Even the downtown has a relaxed, low-rise feel with plenty of elbow room. Jacksonville has experienced a steady population growth of around 12% over the past decade. The city has an estimated homeless population of around 2,500 individuals. Jacksonville has seen a slight decrease in violent crimes, but a slight increase in property crimes in recent years. So should you move to Jacksonville? If you can find employment, the low cost of living and plentiful housing options make it tempting. The median home price is just $175,000 and property taxes are reasonable. Just be prepared for sweltering summers. Number 2. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Population 655,057. Population density 1,056 per square mile. OKC ranks as one of the 30 most populous cities in the nation, yet it maintains a spacious, uncrowded atmosphere. The reason? Oklahoma City covers a massive 620 square miles of land area. That immense footprint results in a population density of just 1,050 people per square mile, lower than cities like Pittsburgh, Boston, and Portland. Driving around OKC, you'll find neighborhood after neighborhood of single-family homes with green yards and wide streets. Estimates suggest around 1,500 homeless individuals in the city. The downtown area has pockets of density, but still offers a refreshingly open feel compared to most urban cores. Oklahoma City hasn't always embraced this low-density living. In the 1990s, it made major investments in urban renewal like the Bricktown Entertainment District and rolling out miles of walking trails and parks to add more vibrancy. Economic downturns in industries like oil and agriculture have also contributed to population loss as residents seek opportunities elsewhere. While some neighborhoods may feel empty, Oklahoma City's vibrant cultural scene, with world-class museums, lively entertainment districts, and a burgeoning food scene, offers plenty of reasons to consider calling it home, as Oklahoma City has seen a population growth of around 9% in the last decade. Coming in at number 1, Anchorage, Alaska. Population 288,970. Population density 147.2 per square mile. Alaska, the most populated city in the entire state, but also one of the emptiest big cities in America. Despite having over 288,970 residents in its metro area, Anchorage maintains a spacious, uncrowded feel. That's because this city covers an immense 1,700 square miles. With so much land area, the population density is just 147 people per square mile. For comparison, New York City has over 27,000 people crammed into each square mile. Anchorage's vast footprint is due to it incorporating vacant land and neighborhoods separated by large swaths of urban wilderness like forests, parks, and streams. Many homes boast big yards with breathtaking views of the Chugach Mountains and Cook Inlet. Another major reason for Anchorage's emptiness is its extreme climate, with long, dark winters and harsh weather conditions. Additionally, its remote location and the high cost of living deter many from settling here. Anchorage's population has remained relatively stable over the past decade, with a slight increase of around 5%. However, Anchorage isn't devoid of opportunities. It boasts stunning natural landscapes, with nearby national parks like Denali offering unparalleled beauty and outdoor activities. The city also has a strong economy, primarily driven by oil and gas, tourism, and the military presence. If you've got the income and cold weather tolerance to make it work, Anchorage's empty spaces could be your chance at the ultimate Sunday drive. Scores of empty roads leading to nature's awe-inspiring playgrounds. That wraps up our look at 10 surprisingly empty major cities across the United States. Let me know in the comments section below if you've experienced the empty big city vibe in any of these places or others across America. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time with another exploration.